Here we are with, I'm Todd Ankney from Precision Smash It, and I have Neil Haglund with me from Rismondo, and Jason Magnum will be here shortly.
What up, everyone? We got a ground out already.
Looks like ground out, one out. Dan Smith, Turnkey is the away team because they are the lower seed. What do you think of the awards, Neil?
Yeah, it's nice showing. You know, a lot of guys play against, definitely all deserving. Not sure who got the big ones. Wasn't really around, but.
Any surprises?
No, nothing I can think of. I mean, all the guys on my team definitely deserving, that's for sure. And say the same about Smith and all the other guys.
Yeah. Andy 2-0 here, looking to get a lower pitch here.
Stacking up the lefties.
Edmund Locklear, their first baseman from Turnkey. Let me ask you a question, Neil. What do you think about the players when they walk up and they're like take so much time in between pitches, or they take so much time and Andy just walks the guy, first base runner for Turnkey? What do you think about that when you guys are, let's take a watch. Let's watch Pete here and see what how his.
Yeah, everyone's got their little quirks. Kind of a pain if you ask me. I mean, you take PP, you don't do that every swing, so get up there and hit like you always hit.
Isn't that what a non-deck circle's for, maybe, or no? I'm just asking.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I never made an out and thought if I took one more dry swing, I'd be on it. That's
looks like he's gonna miss it there.
Yeah, Undone flew out. You're Hector already. He's fired up.
Usually works that way, so we have 2 outs, kind of going the way they want. Brings up Kendall Wellborn, third baseman.
Is that 3 out of 4 lefties, right?
Yeah.
Just trying to take advantage.
Never too dark for cool.
That won't do, with the KP glove still.
And Andy's being Andy right there, right? Getting guys in this where other guys maybe don't. I don't know. So
down the youth, still going strong.
Here we go. Going into the bottom half of the first. Dan Smith coming up to bat. Looks like Andy Purcell lead off. Collins, Harvey, and Matusik.
All right. I bet they're going to put up a little bit more than one. I'd go with that.
I would say that. Be careful, ladies. Here they come.
Congratulations on 50 years.
Hey fans, thanks for watching. Shop SmashItSports.com for the best brands in baseball and softball at the best price. Use this code right here to save on your next order over $100. SmashItSports.com.
All right, Todd Ankney back at you with Jason Magnum, folks, making his debut in the booth here at this Major World Series. Jason, you guys just won a big game, right, against Cat 5. How'd it feel to get out there and play out there in the Major World Series?
Man, it felt great. Been sitting down here all week, itching, working the Dean Rainey tent, hanging around, shaking hands in the crowd, and finally get out there and get loose, man. It felt real good. Beautiful night. The wind ain't blowing real hard, so the righties can have a little fun. Was out having to push the backside, so.
Nice.
Yeah, we don't get that treatment too often.
So Andy Purcell leads off against Sean Jones. Andy looks like he hit one really about to the warning tracks there.
Yeah.
You guys shot a commercial here last night, didn't you?
Yeah, we did, man. Yeah, you know they ain't gonna have a commercial without the stars. So came out, did my thing. Shout out to all the other Dean Marini players that came out to support me.
Was Heath Barnes there?
Who?
Heath Barnes?
Heath Barnes was not there.
He must have been busy.
I didn't want him to maybe look bad.
Now, Louisville and Dean Marini are both owned by the same company, right? So was it kind of a co-shoot? Did you guys do your own thing differently?
Nah, we kind of did our own thing. Louisville guys, Dean Marini, we went first, and then Louisville came up behind us. And by that time, I was out the door, ready to get in bed, get some rest, and get prepared for the day. We got
in the box Anthony Collins here against Sean Jones.
He's got his little bat wiggle going.
Andrew Collins, I'm sorry. It's the MVP 03, base hit.
Trying to get two. It's show out time.
He definitely shows out here.
He's got his gold cleats on, but ain't as gold as mine. If anybody was watching, y'all seen gold.
We did. We were wondering how you were running with metal on your feet.
Yep, it's gold plated, baby, gold plated. If I'd had the real gold ones, you had to be fast to wear real gold. I'm built on power.
So now here comes a guy who has really been pretty much all of softball for the last couple of years in Ryan Harvey, right? Like he's been really feared. He's turned himself into a real good hitter, I think. Hitter. And he's even a better person in my mind. But this guy is definitely a force in the Major World Series.
No doubt about it. And he's starting out strong.
Yeah.
That might clear the scoreboard. No.
No. No. That's about Tyler Kelke range right there.
So we got the new and improved, bigger, badder Jason Matusa coming up. If anybody's seen his new hairstyle on Facebook, I can rock a lot of things, but that ain't one of them.
Jason's been another player who, in the last like 3 or 4 years, has really turned himself into quite a player, right? Like, plays a little first base. I know when he first came up with you guys on 3rd Street that he was an outfielder.
Yeah.
Right?
He played left field for us.
He also now is really a complete hitter, right?
He stung that one, but he went to the deepest part on. Yep,
yeah,
loaded. To the warning track.
Got it there.
Yeah. Yep. A hair short. A hair short. Neil, my boy Neil Hagelin come in, feed me some one-liners over here. I told y'all last time I was here, I said Neil's the best one-liner in the game, one of the funniest dudes. And we had to put him up here in the booth with me and my man right here, Todd Ankley. You know.
Wasn't there a guy named LaHare that used to play? Jeff LaHare, right? He's a really good player, right, for Shop.
Here goes my BP partner right here, Arjun Dodd. I let him come over there and get some of that Magnum Hill.
He was from Texas and moved to Georgia, is that correct?
Yep.
I heard he found a doctor there he liked. So, with that, though, it's 3 outs here quick, and Turnkey really does a good job there. I mean, other than the home run by Harvey and double by Collins, look, we're only up 2-0. Turnkey's one of those teams that you got to be careful with because they will just sit there and fight and fight and fight. So
they are a scrappy team, definitely.
See you back at the top of the second.
Hey, did you know that Smash Sports has the widest selection of apparel when it comes to baseball and softball? We have you covered from hat to cleats. Use this code to save $10 over your next order of $100 at SmashSports.com.
All right, back here to start the top of the second with Turnkey.
Beautiful night, by the way.
Yeah, it's a beautiful complex, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful complex. They did a real good job. USSSA, shout out to them. And shout out to them for them during this difficult time, and they let us play ball regardless of what some people were thinking. And here we are. We got our season in, and we rocking and rolling.
A little later than normal. So.
Yeah, a little later than normal. which might be a good thing with the wind, because there's not been a whole bunch of wind down here this weekend.
That's right.
So
you have Turnkey's Josh Turner up. I mean, Tyler Willis. Great play by Tyler Marshburn. Actually, Neil, you were just talking about how much Tyler Marshburn played second base and how well he was, right?
And him going to second, you kind of looked a little surprised, especially going from Stephen Lloyd to Marshburn, but he's definitely held his own. He's made some real good plays.
There you go. Bring that thing up there, boy.
Yeah.
You ain't got a Greg Connell that microphone, man. It ain't going to run.
Don't want that to melt now. Who's up now? We got Steve Pavlak, left fielder. He made a couple plays the first inning. And then he lets their left fielder make a play. Spread the love around, you know.
I think Turnkey needs to not get caught up in the home run mess and play their game, you know. Hit the gaps, play the small ball, and when the dudes that can hit it comes up, they need to, you know, try to bang it.
Yeah, you got extra hitter Matt Lloyd up. Yeah, they gave us some fits this year.
They're a good scrappy
tough team.
Yep.
Sean Jones does a good job, and then worst part, as soon as they win, he's in your dugout telling you,
shaking your hand.
good game. Yeah.
Nah, I don't want to hear that.
I mean, he might be third ballot for president. He's talking to everybody.
Him and my boy KJ, Kevin Johnson, he used to be good about that.
That is
true. You know, he come and, you know, down quick, three up, three down on Turnkey.
Working on a gem already. Seeing what he could do.
Shout out to old Tanya at the house. My boy Robbie Ross. Appreciate you. Shout out to him. Shout out to my boy Mike Burb, the MVP. Mike Burb. Mike Burb up in New York.
Finest,
That's
baby.
my boy with the cowboy hat.
Doing it for a long time. Got his B ring.
Are you a softball pitcher? At Smasher Sports, we have you covered. We have the super lightweight Worth pitching mask that starts at $99, or we have the brand new Viper by Shutt, which is the only NOXI certified pitching helmet on the market. No matter what you're looking for, whether it's pitching equipment, bats, gloves, gear, apparel, you name it, we have it at Smasher Sports at the best pricing. And use the code below to save even more. Save $10 on your next order over $100. Shop SmasherSports.com today.
Right, Church.
All right, we back. We got Bradley Jones in the box. He's going to lead off the bottom of the second.
Old Smoky Mountain MVP, so see if it translates here.
That's it. A hell of a baseball player is what I'm heard.
Yep.
Uh,
Jones versus Jones.
One of them's old enough to be his dad, though.
Yep. Maybe sometimes you walk your kid, you know.
Must have been just a little inside. Just a little inside. Here goes my Georgia boy, JoJo Bennett up. Last year's reigning MVP.
So good they named him twice. JoJo, he played with me on Backman when he was probably about 21, 22 years old.
He was a young jet then, wasn't he?
Yep. He got himself some ink, got himself some hardware. Doing all right. Yeah.
So let's go and get to the good stuff, man. What do you think the low scoring this weekend is? You think it's everybody's a little rough?
Oh, you know what? Sometimes they have those electric fences up. You don't want to get electrocuted. You know, it gets dangerous over there.
You think this bat tester, U-Truck came out with a new bat tester this weekend. What do you think about that, Hags?
Dude, it looks like a little bit of an eye opener out there.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of low scoring.
Yeah, that's
a lot of low scoring. I mean, I don't know if it's a coincidence. I don't know if it's it definitely ain't the win. Definitely ain't the win. So
yeah, no, these conditions are pretty prime right now. You can't complain about the conditions, but I think people hitting some new bats maybe don't feel so comfortable taking swings they normally wouldn't take. That one,
Bill Matt
looked pretty comfortable out there.
He didn't care nothing about the win on that one. That's that red bat, that Dean Marini, man.
Yeah, that thing's in fuego.
Yep. I mean, it ain't that vanilla gorilla, but it's a good one.
Nah, that's for sure. I mean,
But that gorilla ain't for everybody.
vanilla gorilla with golden feet.
There you go.
Running around those gold shoes. Yeah.
That gorilla ain't for everybody now. So you got to stay in your lane, man, you know.
Oh, we got Braun Strowman down here. I guess, him and Harvey got tight. I guess he's down here watching now.
Yeah, yep. I just did a stare down with old Braun.
How quick can he backpedal?
It's a little ass dude compared to me, man.
Yeah.
If anybody got any questions or anything, it's Instagram is jmag29. You know, go hit me up, go follow me. You know, I'm always answering questions and talking junk. So, you know, again.
Dunn, ground out to second, hit it to the wrong guy, ex-major leaguer.
Yep, jmag29. Got my boy Todd in here, man. Me and Todd been rocking for a few years now. Came down early. Thought Stephen Boy was gonna get a championship, you know. Came up a little short, but I think he's gonna make a run in this World Series. Somebody gotta come out and lose bracket, Todd.
Yeah. And I thought once after that gorilla game, I thought that was gonna kind of spark it. It's not in the cards. Here we go, a little pit bull up here. See what happens.
Who we got out there, man? We got Turnkey's got a. Well,
that's another foul out, man.
Jonesy's up there doing his work. I see it. Jonesy, go get him, boy.
Have to start setting up the K sign.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
2 foul outs and
Worst part, he'll tell you about it as soon as the game ends.
Yep.
That was a good pitch I struck you out on, right?
No doubt about it. Turnkey's doing pretty good. 4-zip going in top of the 3, but they got to score to win. To hit his game at the end of the day.
Pitchers being pitchers, right?
4-0 at the end of 2.
My best memories of the Men's Major World Series would have to be a little bit different than most people, but I think number one is the move that Don Sr. made to have the series done for 19 years at Disney World. Talk about going first class. That was it. That made everything the best tournament ever around. And secondly, I would say that all the athletes that are there, the defensive plays that were made, the catches in the outfield and infield, we had the best athletes in the country. And I will always remember them as being the best thing that ever happened at the Men's World Series. Thank you.
Hey, back here with Todd Ankney and Jason Magnum, JMags29 on Instagram.
JMags29 Instagram. Hit me up. We got my boy Yoel Sanchez, former U.S. Marine, great dude. I had the pleasure to play with him in Vegas this year at the AWS military tournament. Hell of a guy, man. Woke up at 4:30 a.m. in the room, highly motivated.
I didn't know they let militia in the military tournaments.
He was highly motivated, Ty. They think I'm high strung. That dude was wide open.
So there's a question here for you, J-Mags. Have you ever cut any promos of the WCW? I think Braun Strowman's in the crowd here.
Yeah. So me and Adam, me and Braun Strowman did a stare down earlier, you know. And
there he is.
His
daddy is an absolute legend of softball, and his cousin Jordan Share plays for some teams back by home. And actually, Braun can hit it pretty well too, can't he?
Yeah. Braun can crush a ball, man.
Is that why he's sitting down? You had to stare down with him?
Yeah, he wanted to stare down with the gorilla, man. The meanest and the biggest and the baddest in the game. So he wanted to stare down.
Oh, Andy just snares Freddie Bynum.
Looking like the Andy of 5 years ago.
Right back to the dugout like the Orioles.
Turnkey's just shooting himself in the foot. You can't do that at this point. You got to play smart ball, good ball.
Listen, Andy's getting a little bit older, right? But there was a point in time when Andy was as good as it got up the middle, right?
100%.
And when you hit it at his waist, still, you know, anything below his waist, maybe not. But we'll see Jonesy here. Jonesy's found some new power this year with that red bat.
Swing to D.
So, has anybody, you had a new bat come out called the Vanilla Gorilla, correct?
Yep. Hottest selling bat, best looking bat in the game.
And Jonesy pops out the second to end the inning.
Did real well. Will be no reissues, so if you got one, you did great. If not, you're going to have to come to next year's model. Yep, 100%. Hey, I need to give a shout out to my boy David Dickerson with that. He ended up getting a little gorilla tattoo and sent me a picture of it, man. Appreciate the love and respect and the support.
He got your gorilla tattoo on his body?
Yeah, man. Hashtag Gorilla Gang.
Hi, my name is Chuck Druids from Canton, Michigan, and my favorite Men's World Series memory is probably leaving my home state of Wisconsin, coming up to Michigan, 1976, and playing with Snyder's Softball Club. We won the World Series that year in Wyandotte, Michigan. I still have a souvenir from Louisville Slugger with everybody's name on it, which I cherish very much, and it was a great thrill for me. And the thing that the one thing that makes the major World Series so special is that you get an opportunity to play against the greatest ball players and the greatest teams in the whole United States that individual year that you go to the World Series. And that makes it really, really special. Thank you.
All right, back with you, Todd Enke and Jason Magnum and Neil Hagwin.
Tyler Marshburn up, man. Tyler's a good, one of the best young players in the game. Great infielder, great hitter. Good quiet dude. Let's see if Jonesy can work his magic right here. He's holding him down to 4 runs in the first 2 innings. So, again, JMag29 is the IG. If you have any questions, anything, you can hit me up. We'll go live on the air with him. Shout out to my boy Ken Embry, my boy Tyler Black with the awesome videos. I appreciate you, homie. Thank you a lot.
Tyler Marshburn doing what Tyler Marshburn does, getting triple. JMag's Sarah W42 wants to know if you're single. Sarah.
Wish I could tell you no. But
right.
I know who Sarah 42 is. That's my homie from Wisconsin. But shout out to Sarah Wayner, longtime sponsor of Comatose.
I believe they won the BASA USA title this year.
Yep. Comatose is the team you've picked a lot of talent off over the years, ain't it, Todd?
Yep, it's true. Austin Andrews came from there. A lot of young good studs there. Andy gets a nice double down the right field line. I think maybe Andy took his temperature on the first at bat, tried to hit one to left, found out time to go to plan B, move the ball around the park a little bit. Brings up Andrew Collins, former World Series MVP.
He's got that old bat wiggle going right now.
He definitely has some Gary Sheffield in him.
And he's hiding it backside again.
They made a living out of it last year, man. They figured it out, right? They were quick to it, too, and they just kept hitting it. Didn't matter if it was inside or out. They stepped back to get it. But this guy, Brian, I don't think it matters whether it's in or out. I think he can hit it. There ain't a wind that affects this guy, right?
Nah, this dude's on he's on another level. Honestly, man, I don't know if I pitched him right now. I just had to make somebody else kill me because at the duel, he was money here. Like, he didn't miss, and you see how he started back off, so he looks like he's in his groove. And there goes another one.
Yeah, that one's way gone, and that's a tough spot to hit, right? Like in that left center gap because the wind kind of changes a little bit there.
At some point, somebody's going to have to make a decision and say, you know what, somebody else going to have to do it, you know?
Well, up until this point, it was they were only up by 4 through 2, and, you know, it looks like they're starting to flex their muscle a little bit. you know, I know Jason Matusek has a home gym now, so he can flex that muscle.
Yep, he's got a real nice one. Shout out to Pops Matusek for everything he do for Junior. And I'm still waiting on my gas card after about 5 years and a kiss in the parking lot one time. Yep, Matusek's fouls one. Can Jonesy possibly get another foul out right here? Matusek grew up watching Robo because now he's took over Jeff Flood and Robo's spot is longest to get in the box.
Yeah, I was talking to Neil about that earlier, and I think we need to clean that up a little bit, right? It's a high one. It's going to be close.
And not enough.
Yep.
He was letting his energy levels go up. That's why you take 30 seconds to get in the box. Okay, I understand.
So how's Arjun as a BP partner? What do you guys work on? Tell me a BP day for you two.
A BP day, we'll start out. We'll do some backside. Then we'll do.
No. I want to know about batting practice.
Batting practice.
Not your backside stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, my bad. I was getting off track there. Get my mind out of gutter. But nah, we'll hit all around the field, and then at the end.
Great play by the left fielder. That was pretty special, actually.
We'll work on our game, and then at the end, we'll go for power.
Steve Pavliak.
And we got this field that I hit at. It's called Magnum Hill. It's about 435 to the base, and then it's about a 30-foot hill. And Steele Lewis never hit it. Tommy Melton never hit it. And there's only been 2 people who went and got that hill. Me and Arjun right now. You know. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna give Tommy some love. Tommy hit it. Steele never hit it. And if anybody wants to come out there and try that hill, you just hit me up.
Our ball by Bradley Jones.
Good throw to third, and there goes the inning.
That's what they needed right there. I mean, it's a little bit, you got to score some runs, though, if you're turnkey at some point, right? You got to start moving the ball around the field and get a couple base runners across, put a little pressure on Dan Smith, as Andy Purcell right now has a no-hitter, man.
That's a good one.
Is your gear getting old? Do you need some new stuff? Shop SmashItSports.com. We got you covered from head to toe and everything on and off the field. You need a new glove? We got it. How about you pitchers? You need the best pitching helmet in the game, the new Viper by Shutt. You need a slow pitch bat, maybe a baseball or a fast pitch bat? We got it. And you need something to put it in? We got the best bag in the game, the Smash Ops Gorilla Roller. Shop at SmashItSports.com and use this code right here to save on your next purchase over $100.
Slugger's back.
Starting off for Turnkey number 2.
Now Turnkey's got to get on this board. It's top of the 4th. They're still on a goose egg, and I think they need to stop looking at the fences and start looking at some gaps and play a little small ball.
Yep.
Get everybody another bat, man. Pass it down now.
I mean, besides the walks, they haven't had a guy reach base yet. I mean, Andy's doing his job, that's for sure. Got something working out there. Who's up here? Michael Rayner, rounding out the lineup, about to get through it. And we got the first hit. Ice broken.
All right, I'm gonna have to correct myself. My boy Tommy Melton hit the hill.
He didn't?
He did hit it.
Okay.
He did hit it. There's 3 of them been confirmed.
It sounds like you don't have a complex or anything.
Yeah, I got to show him some love. He was in his feelings. Nah, Tommy hit it, man. Tommy's a beast. Shout out to my boy Tommy Melton.
Okay. Hey, J-Man, I got a quick question.
All right, let's hear it.
We got Bloomer up here. Who do you think's got the most swagger in the conference? If you had to pick someone.
That'd be me all day, man.
Think so?
Yeah.
Bloomer. Way out of here.
But I ain't gonna say name myself because that's just an easy answer to a question. I'm gonna give it to somebody else. Probably the second swagger would be I
guess it's a big drop off from the 1 to 2.
Yeah, man, it's hard, man. These softball dudes make it hard, man.
Yeah, how about Joel?
Bells, I'm gonna give a shout out to Bellamy, man, with that Slim Shady haircut.
Look at Harvey showing off his old outfield skills.
Bellamy came in with the Slim Shady haircut this weekend, so he's got a little swagger.
It looks like he's hiding from the law or something.
Yeah, those Ohio guys, man, they got a lot of swagger. My boy Justin Evans, he was a good one.
Okay.
Shout out to Justin, the team that broke up Resmondo at one point.
Oh,
yeah,
Third Street.
Third Street.
Yeah.
Third Street, yeah.
Andy gives up the one bomb, and then he gets back to doing what he does. Gets a nice little pop up to Harvey.
What about the five-star tool Harvey right here with the great defensive player?
He's got it, man. You got that mullet like Zirkle's got. You better make catches, especially basket catches.
He's putting a lot of pressure on his catches, man. I might just need to start EHing if he's going to do stuff like that.
I hear that. You're smooth back there.
Yeah, man.
And your swagger kind of goes out the window when you got to catch a little bit, but besides that, you're good. You got a flat one. Who's up here now? We got Pete Seiden, right fielder. He goes up the gut.
There you go. That's all with the bat flip.
Lewis gave a little point. Not happy about that bat flip.
I remember my first softball hit.
So you say you're catcher pretty much, but your precision days, you ever go out on the grass, go to the outfield a little bit?
Man, I'm going to tell you, man, back in my beginning of my precision days, I was the fourth outfielder, believe it or not.
Okay.
And then I don't know what I did to get in the doghouse. And I don't know what I did to get in the doghouse, man, but we came back the second year, and I lost my fourth outfielder position to Rob Mahaffey.
Here we go. Mahaffey, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he trimmed up. He was looking good out there.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my boy Rob, man. I was sitting in the dugout the first time it ever happened, and Todd says, looking for a defensive replacement, and looked right at me and then right past me, and I knew something happened. I don't know what happened.
Put your head down like Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Walk back to the dugout.
So I just went on by the water cooler, man, and drunk my sorrows away.
I hear that. Well, Kendall Wellborn with another 2-runner, so starting to chip away.
Oh, that was a good cut there.
A little heat staker. This looks like Harvey before he found that Super Mario mushroom. A little red beard.
Shout out to my boy Lowe.
And Tyler Wiles. He's given us some fits this year.
Yeah, it's funny. He has. They played us good this year.
They beat us, I know, in Maryland. They gave us a real tough game, ended up beating us.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I gotta say it, man. If that dude would have bat flipped on us on this, I would have took that bat and I'd have probably threw it onto the next field. You know, bat flip things getting out of control nowadays. Neil, let me ask you a question, man. What's your favorite tournament, and what's the reason why?
My favorite tournament? I mean, I'd say the Smokies. You can't go wrong there. I mean, you got good local crowd. It's just a whole different vibe, different atmosphere, and
just something about.
You don't got to worry about much. You just swing as hard as you can every time.
Yep.
So, what about you? If you had to pick one, play every weekend.
I love the Smokies too, man. That's just a different tournament, different field, different everything. I used to love the duel, man. Get a lot of games in until they came up with this. What was that, Red Marucci or something?
Yeah, Red Marucci.
Yeah, Marucci, whatever it's called. Last year we had this dude on our team, and he bumped his head, and
old Houseman.
made a big deal about it, and laid on the grass, and
yeah.
You know, instead of wiping it off and jumping back up and playing the game.
Well, I thought he heard U-Trip was giving out a Best Actor award last
year. Yeah, so
he was in the run.
He had us 11 out of 13 games we played on that field last year, and at that point I hated the duel and I hated Viera.
You got to put your pride aside on that field.
That is, man.
Sure.
That is a mental struggle with that wind blowing in your face the whole time.
You feel like a smaller man.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, what we got here for a score? We got 8-4, so going to the bottom of the fourth.
Shout out to my boy Matt Rando sitting at the house. Probably, damn. Turn off. All right, we're back.
Yep, got JoJo up.
Bottom of the fourth, 8-4. Turnkey struck a little bit in, cut in half. That's probably what you want to do.
Yeah, JoJo coming off a foul out, so looking for some improvement here in this next swing.
Let me, I got a question for you from El Embry.
Don't think that's deep enough.
El Embry wants to know, how do you feel about your front foot in the front of the batter's box? The rule with the front foot out of the batter box on contact.
I mean, I think they got the rule pretty much down now. I mean, how much further you really got to get up there? And you know what I mean? If you get further,
yeah.
I mean, we got to hit it, 325? You trying to hit it 324?
Or the pitcher's only like 50 feet away, so that puts him about 45 feet away.
Yeah, a bit of a safety thing.
Yeah, so I think it's good, man.
I mean, you got to draw a line somewhere.
Yeah, I think they should cut down on Moots walking that box a little bit, even though, you know, he hits about like hitting with a pillow or something. Look at Phil Matt's on fire. He's 2 for 2 with 2 bombs right now.
Phil Matt,
he's in his zone with that red DeMarini. So,
but yeah, Mooch does that little jump thing. I mean, I swear sometimes he's about 6 feet closer. It might work if he stayed still, because it might drop in front of some people, but you never know. That's my boy, though.
There goes my boy Ben Dunn, man. When Ben Dunn was a nobody, we played on ASP together, and somebody, Mr. Herb, called me and was asking me would I want to come to Reds and did I know a center fielder. And I was like, I'm okay where I'm at, but I do know a great center fielder. I said, he can't hit that well right now, but there's nobody better in the game defensively. And then 5 years later, look at him, 6 years later. He's got his stick together. He hits it good, and defensive-wise, I don't think there's anybody better than Ben Dunn.
Spawn him a little bit. Nice catch. I think that was gone, right? Ben Dunn robbed him right there. Swinging the Bubba Club, too. Steve Pav, no, right. He's in left.
Shout out to
TJ.
Shout out to TJ Garn up there in Philadelphia.
Showing the hops. Old Greg Cannell he showed some hops last game, just missed the ball.
Yeah, him and Wags, man, I don't think they'd be built for basketball, man.
Nah.
You know, those 3-inch vert they got.
He was whacking them out to right, though, Connie.
Yeah, he was.
He was just breathing on them, and they were just gassed.
It was gas, huh?
Just melting the ball.
Period.
Period. He hits it hard. Period.
He hits it hard. Period. He cleansed it.
Sometimes you got to clean yourself, man. You know,
man.
Get your mind right.
Got to make it right.
Let's see, we got Pitbull up here now. A little inside. I played with Lewis all the way back in 2012, and he could always glove it, but he's turned himself into a real good hitter now. Looking for the walk there, did a little drop step. You know, sometimes you got to do the shoulder lean, the drop step, whatever it takes to get to first base.
That's it. Whatever it takes. A hit's a hit.
Those ballerina classes pay off sometimes, man.
This is a tough out right here.
Yeah, Marshburn, I mean, he's one of the better hitters on the team, but they still bat him last. Flip that order. Now it's a pretty good move. Okay. So, talking about hops.
Yeah.
You know, obviously that's more basketball related than softball. So, who you got in the basketball game between you, Mahaffey, Travis Clark, and Jeremy Yates?
Man, I'm going to tell you, there's a story behind this. Jeremy Yates had the audacity to come out his mouth and say, I can't play basketball. And little did he know, he should have did his homework. I just started playing softball in 08. I was a basketball player before that.
Oh, yeah.
But then as you get more weight on you, I was up top. And then when I got over 220, they won't put me down low. So I felt like it's taking away from the skills, and I quit it and can't play softball.
Okay.
So Yates got to talking, and then come to find out Travis Clark was a Dennis Rodman back in his prime up in Wisconsin. He's like the white Dennis Rodman or something.
He was a big technical guy.
Yeah, he started
Andy's
the game.
Up here. Let's see what Andy does.
He started the game out with 2 outs, is what 2 fouls is what I heard.
Pow! Right to center field.
And
fire the bat down a little bit, but
so me, Yates, and Mahaffey's supposed to, and Clark's supposed to play a game. And I like me and Mahaffey all day, every day, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard Yates, he's got a little Scalabrini in him.
Yeah, you know, Yates, he's injury prone, so Travis might end up playing a 2-on-1.
Travis, everything he does takes time. I can see a lot of shot clock violations out of him.
I'm telling you, man.
Him and Flood, I don't think there'd ever be a shot going up. The shot clock all day.
Old Trav.
9-4.
Insane dedication to performance. It's been DeMarini's motto and the driving force behind every DeMarini innovation.
All right, Todd Ankney back here with Jason Magnum, Neil Hagland.
Got us a good little crowd out here tonight, Todd.
Yeah, at least 30 or 40 people. No, it is actually a good crowd. I think a tournament starts tomorrow for the Class C and D and some women's, and I think they got a croquet tournament. Just kidding. They have a great facility here, though, so it wouldn't surprise me. It's unbelievable. It's like Matt Lloyd's leading off here. And Turnkey actually turned to maybe the page there a little bit. They did win their first inning there. Surprised, J-Mag, the score is only 4-9, you know, going into the fifth.
You know what? I'm not surprised at all. I'm just going to say shout out to USSSA for bringing this new bat tester. And I want to say it's a coincidence that the scores are low, and I want to say it's a coincidence on a lot of things, but I really don't think it is. So I think people have this kind of play true this weekend. And you're seeing who can hit it, who can't, and separating the real from the frauds. And I'm glad, and I wish they do this every weekend, and I wish they would cut bats randomly probably every few tournaments. You know, I think it's possibly, you know, I don't know. Yeah, it keeps everybody honest, man. You know, you always got to police everybody, you know, and if not, people push the lines a little bit. It's just human nature, right?
Yeah, that's right. Joel didn't like that strike call. Go full count here.
You know, me, I'm kind of an outlaw myself, so.
I heard that about you.
Something just fell in my lap. Shout out to Kevin Kennington. You know, he's a long-time major player. Word is on the street, Yates can't play at all. And Kennington used to school him. I know Kennington, he used to be about as wide as he was tall now. So Yates, you know, yeah, you know, shout out to KK, man.
KK got it done here a few times.
Yeah.
Great player. Here's Baltimore Orioles former starting shortstop, Freddie Bynum. Two tough lineouts for Freddie, and that bat is not his friend. He just threw it.
That's very interesting. I appreciate that information, KK.
Yeah, he was long as anyone for a while. You're right about that. And I think he had a back issue, right? And then some work stuff. He got promoted at work, which is great.
Yeah, the game definitely, he left early. I don't know if it was work or whatever, but he was definitely still a great player when he left. Still had a lot to show.
That brings up Sean Jones here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Jones hit a screaming pop-up to the shortstop last time.
Also, shout out to Robin Pecky Collins out there in Ohio, the best pitcher taker in the game. Robin, I love you, girl. Thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. Yep. And tell Doug I said hello.
Phil Matt with a great play over Marsh Barn. That ends the inning. Were you not supposed to go to a wedding with Robin?
I was, man. Robin,
you owe her, I feel.
She was, I was supposed to go to her brother's wedding, and she ended up having to work that weekend doing the pictures, so I didn't have to go up. But I was a man of my word, and I was coming.
Oh,
yep.
You were going to come, I bet.
I was coming. I
bet you were going to come.
I was going to come out, jump out the cake. No.
Looks like Dan Smith has some new hats there. Is there anything?
What is Dan Smith doing a huddle up right now? I guess he ain't too happy with the 9 runs on the board.
No, I mean, that kind of payroll I wouldn't be either, and I'm not saying that facetiously at all. I mean, you have some of the best players in the world, and you're having a 9-4 battle with an A team, you know, that he helped sponsor.
Yep.
Right?
100%.
So, and then I will tell you, Turnkey has a really nice team. We've played them a couple times, and they beat us. And they're very scrappy. This is their kind of game right here, right? They just need to score a few runs, put some pressure on Dan Smith here. We'll see if the whole talk with Dan Smith gets him some action.
Doug Owens says, shout out to Neil, man, and the Resi guys, man. You know Doug? Yeah, he lives up by Helmer. Yeah, Neil, he's showing you some love over here, Neil. Again, it's JMac29. If you got any questions, give me a shout, give me a follow.
Bottom of the 5 here, bottom of the 5th. Yeah. So a 5-run lead, right? It's not out of the question for these guys to score 10 runs here in a blank, right?
Nah, and the top of the lineup's coming up. And again, I'm going to have to let somebody else besides Harvey kill me.
Yeah, I agree.
Him and Phil Matz, about 8 of the 9 runs so far.
Leading off the home half of the 5th for Dan Smith.
Andrew Collins up with his, is that his new World Series Pure MVP edition?
That is correct. I believe it's so. I think he just signed a long-term deal with Pure actually as well.
He, I heard he put BMF on it, which is bad, you know. Y'all can use your imagination, but they didn't ask me permission. I already had it copyrighted, so they had to take that mess off there. That's a foul ball down the line. He stung that one.
Yeah, that's a GDP rod.
Yep.
Shout out to Cal Ford's girl.
Cal Ford's girl.
Collins is retired for out number 1.
Shout out to my brother-in-law, Sean, the kids.
He's got 2 home runs in the game. Ryan Harvey.
Steven and Sam.
So is there a way you would pitch around these guys? Is there something you would do differently than what Jonesy's doing right now, or you just got to throw it in there and hope for the best?
Man, I would keep it inside on them. For some reason, they still think it's last year, and they're only comfortable hitting home runs to the right, except for Ryan Harvey. And right now, I'm working ahead, so I'm going to give him some trash and see if he'll chase just like that, make him pull. And
Kendall Wellburn just had to go right by him there. Andrew in for another double.
I'm almost going to just point to first base, and I'm going to put it on Matusik at this point.
Yeah, I think at some point you have to make somebody else beat you, like you said, besides Ryan. We'll see. You know, maybe because Dan Smith is helping out Turnkey, they don't have that killer instinct towards it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how the hierarchy works.
Right now, what would you do, Todd, since you're the best coach in the game? I know you'd probably call time right about at this moment, right?
I would definitely not let Ryan get off like that, I promise you. So he would definitely have a little bit of a tougher time, maybe. It's free right now for him, man. Like, and he's the man amongst boys, right? Like, he hits it as hard as anything. I think he's the number 5 overall pick in all Major League Baseball in 2000.
Is Stevie Hildebrand down in that dugout? Is he watching the same game that we're watching at this point?
Yeah.
Take your walk, Stevie.
I had a question for you, J-Mags. What do you think of the tampering rule with players, right? Like, this is the Major World Series, right? A lot of guys already kind of know what they're doing for next year. A lot of rumors happening. You know, how do you feel like that should work, the free agency thing, or what do you think?
Man, I think as a player, your obligation to your teammates, your sponsor, your coaches, you don't talk until your season's over with, right? But there's an old saying, if you don't have a team by the time you lead a major, then you ain't got a team. And he's thrown out.
Yes, he was.
Yep. If he had a little meat on them legs, he'd probably, can could have got in there. But
I heard his weight room's on the second floor, so that is leg day.
So, but in all seriousness, you know, I don't think anybody should talk to another team until the season's over with. You know, you can just tell them, look, man, I might be interested, but talk to me after we're done, and leave it at that. I don't like that tampering rule at all, and I just wish people would have a little bit more respect for their sponsors and their coaches, and their teammates who they go to war with all through the week.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm an ultimate team guy. I'm all about some team, right?
Yep, I agree 100%. You played with us, and you were one of my favorite teammates of all time. So I think some people need to learn that. Maybe teams playing tonight should probably learn that tampering rule.
Because without these sponsors, man,
Turnkey.
Without these sponsors, like, we wouldn't even be here. So shout out to all the sponsors who give us the opportunity to come play this game and make this sport what it is.
Yeah, people don't realize how special it is when people are willing to give up their time and their money to let you or I or anyone else play a game just for fun, right? It's amazing.
100%.
Bradley Jones is kind of a newer player, but man, he's come on like a banshee, and like he hits it hard. Probably got some quick hands. A lot like Scott Kirby kind of reminds me of, you know, that quick, you know, wait for the ball to get there last minute and all of a sudden snap on it. So, J-Megs, you've played on, you know, a few teams and things like that. Who is some of your best teammates you've ever had?
And I played with a lot of good ones.
Woo!
Good
Freddie
play.
Bynum.
Freddie Bynum. We'll come back to this question after the break. Cause,
Lord, please show that one again, because Freddie's the man.
That's the Major League Freddie Bynum right there.
Good Lord, look at that. That is a rocket. StatCast had that thing coming off at 113 miles an hour, and Freddie just said, I'll take a seat and catch this one.
My best memories of the Men's Major World Series would have to be a little bit different than most people, but I think number one is the move that Don Sr. made to have the series done for 19 years at Disney World. Talk about going first class. That was it. That made everything the best tournament ever around. And secondly, I would say that all the athletes that are there, the defensive plays that were made, the catches in the outfield and infield, we had the best athletes in the country, and I will always remember them as being the best thing that ever happened at the Men's World Series. Thank you.
All right, we're back. So the question before the break was, who's some of my favorite teammates? Obviously, I got my boy Neil Hagen beside me. This is one of the funniest dudes I've ever met in my life. Enjoy playing with him, love playing with him. You know, you got Justin Evans, you got a few more. You got my liberal buddy Frank Frycheck, who's probably sitting at home with his 7 dogs watching TV with nothing to do in life.
Foul out already?
You know, shout out to Frank, you liberal bastard. And, you know, it's just been, I ain't had too many bad teammates, man. I ain't gonna lie, like, I won't put up with it. You know, you're gonna be a good teammate if you're on my team.
You got lucky. Todd puts together a good program, a lot of good guys, so maybe every once in a while a diamond in the rough in the negative gets in there.
Yep.
And I'm sure you know the ones.
That is
Bloomer
a no
sounding
doubt.
off.
That's two for Bloomer.
Surprised Lewis don't give him a high five. I know they're real tight.
But yeah, like what? So tell us something. Who's your favorite teammates, Hag, over the years?
Man.
I know you played with a bunch of them. You played on a bunch of great teams.
I had, yeah, plenty of them. My boy Kennington was just texting me. I mean, he was a leader on the field, one of the best dudes you'll ever meet. I mean, this year, obviously you. I mean, you know, can't ask for anything more. Hustle, just keep everyone up. I just like playing with people that keep it all loose, you know. Even ones, you know, like D-Lo, Danny Lopez, funny man. Just people that make you laugh and kind of take the, you know, ease off so you know, don't put no pressure on yourself.
Yeah, see, that's me. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't feel pressure out here. This is a stress reliever, not a stress producer. So, and I know some people feel pressure, so I'm always trying to keep everybody loose. And you know, and you do the same thing. Like, man, we have a good time in that dugout.
Yep.
You know,
whatever dumb thing I can think of, I'll spit out. You know that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, except Pete's food. Shout out to Pete. Pete Campbell keeping us nice and full. I mean, I lost a lot of weight during the COVID, and Pete picked me up big time.
Yeah, he did.
Snicker by snicker.
You know, and
3-batter here, Pete Seiden. Let's see if they can make this a little bit of a game. You know, down 6 in the 6th.
Sidearm, he should
throw it out there. Let's see if he
there
runs
goes that bat flip.
Can't run on that golden arm.
That red bat would be in my bag if I didn't break it over that dugout.
You know, sometimes it's tough, man. You don't want to burn a hole in your bat bag, you know.
2 runners on now.
They do need to show the replay on that bat flip. It's getting better and better. I probably wouldn't do it at the World Series. I don't want to hit nobody in the crowd. Throw it out. There it is. Look at this.
The amount of rotations out of this.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
I mean, it's been a bad year for helicopters, so I wouldn't be doing that.
I'm telling you, if we was on a regular field, I'd have it on field 3.
Let's go here. Little KP, left-handed Kyle Pearson with the gloves. Not gonna lie, not the same result here.
Dang.
Maybe.
Oh,
Ben
Dunn drops one. That don't happen too often.
Looks like he might want in on that basketball. And scored a run. That is not a catch.
Shout out to my boy Josh Wiggs, man.
Let's see what Ben does here.
Wiggs is definitely one of the better teammates I played with over the years.
You think maybe Ben wants to get in on that basketball game, dribbling the ball out here? You know?
Was that a boxing glove on his hand?
I don't know, whatever it was,
Yeah,
I'd return it. I'd say that.
Me and Wiggs had one of the wildest nights of my life. We had about 3 wrecks and seen a few people get slammed in a gentleman's club, and just overall wild night.
I got another good teammate, my boy John Ward Robinson. I believe he's watching right now. I played with him when I was a young boy, about 2011, I think, on Dark Side. And, he kind of helped bring me up the right way. Wish I had the same amount of muscle he has. He was a big boy. But real good teammate and whacked the ball real good. Still does. Another hit here. Make this a little bit of a game.
Mark Patterson has a question. He says, who do you think is the best up-and-coming young power hitter in the conference?
Up-and-coming young power hitter?
Yep.
Damn. You name it now. I mean, I think right now you'd have to go with Smith and Bradley Jones. I mean, the guy's been on the scene for a couple months and already won Smokey MVP. Can't really ask for much more than that.
Yeah, I think Bradley Jones has probably arrived, but he is one of the best young players in the game.
I couldn't tell you who he was 6 months ago. And the fact he's winning MVPs at one of the most prestigious tournaments, safe there, missed the tag.
I'll tell you what, Tyler Kelke today, Tyler Kelke's definitely got to be one. He put on a show this morning for Precision. I think he hit 2 or 3 home runs.
I think he hit 3.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Shout out to
him in, where was that, Virginia?
Yeah.
He put on a show against us. Travis found a way to knuckle right into that barrel a couple times.
Austin Dahl, he's another young good one.
Forgot about Austin.
Yeah, Austin.
That's it.
And, you know, so.
Let's see what we got here.
So let me ask you this.
On the run. Ain't going to get to another run. We got ourselves a game here. Put a little sweat on these guys, Smith versus Smith.
So we got a question. Who's your favorite female player, Hags?
Who's my favorite female
player?
player?
Who's your favorite female player?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Put me in a spot here. I don't know. That's I mean, I ended up getting real friendly with a lot of the Derby girls there.
Yeah, the Derby girls.
Some ballers out there. Obviously this year, last couple of years, they've been upset a little bit by Team 24.
All right. So you just
don't
want to. You don't just want to name one, huh? You don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. I get it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you take the political answer, say, you know, I like the team. If I had to pick a team, being over here with Brett the last couple of years, and they're getting friendly with a bunch of them, and I'd say it's tough to pick one over the other.
Definitely.
Okay, another young up-and-comer, that kid Randy Keeter. He whacks it pretty good too.
Oh, that's the dude from Bay Area?
Yeah. He hits it pretty good.
Yep.
So how about you? You got any favorite female players?
Nah. Can't say I do. It's about the first time I've ever watched a women's softball game. Look at Freddie.
Bynum. I think we got ourselves a tie ball game here.
Look at Turnkey.
Running on Golden Arm out there.
No, I'm just talking. Like, there's a lot of great up-and-coming talent. The women's game's growing a lot. Shout out to the defensive MVP, the MVP fee, Steffi Call, the whole, you know.
I think Steffi, and she split the defensive MVP with someone.
Yep.
They were both co's.
And Kristen Dowling, shout out to Kristen Dowling, offense MVP.
Yeah, we were here Sunday. They got double dip, but she did work. I don't think she made an out in 2 games on Sunday.
CD goes hard
out there too. Yeah.
Yeah, CD. Shout out CD.
Yeah, she gets it done still. Got Jones here, big 2-out at bat. Smokies, he was hitting him out of orbit against us. He's getting nervous. Huh? Jones shopping.
It's cutting hard.
That's a good play by Collins out there.
Way to strike. Big inning for Turnkey, putting pressure on Smith.
Man. So let's see here, going bottom of the 6th. See if they could take the lead again. All right, we're back here. We got bottom of the 6th. JoJo's up. Probably the biggest half inning of the game right now. I mean, there is softball being played in other places too. I heard there was an incident in Myrtle Beach this weekend. I don't know if you got any insight for us.
Man, let me break some breaking news. Shout out to my boy David McDowell. What? Former NFL player, turned softball player. My homie from North Carolina. Had a dude get a little sideways with him, and David did the 40-yard dash, and he got outran by Bradley Scott.
Old JoJo.
You know, when you outrun an NFL linebacker, you got some wheels on you.
We got ourselves a lead change.
You know, but I guess it's kind of like running from the police. There's a different adrenaline rush when you're the chasee and the chaser, right?
That, yeah.
So when you get chased and you're running for your life, you got to go. You know, you got to go. You got to go. Shout out to my boy David McDowell. I heard about your boy and I seen the video.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Sarah Poteet on that 3-peat this weekend.
She made some big-time plays out there in center field.
Yes, she did. Defensive player of the tournament, Georgia girl, you know. Shout out to Sarah.
Will you pitch around Matt here a little bit? Put some pressure on Ben Dunn?
Definitely.
We got a
that's going to go foul.
I mean, Ben's a great hitter, but if you put a guy on, you kind of change his game a little bit. He can't get into that leadoff type mode. Yeah. Let's see what Matt does here with the strike. He loves that left field line. We'll see if he goes it with the strike. That's not coming back.
I just don't understand Jonesy. I don't know if he don't want to get hit or what's going on, but he threw, like, Phil Matt, he cuts it real well when he pulls it, right? We'd say pulling is his strong point. That's his best swing. And both of those pitches were inside, and it's basically like he was giving the pitch he wanted.
It's almost looks a little stubborn out of Jones. I mean,
yeah.
3 pitches to Harvey, 3 homers, 3 to Matt. Make someone else beat you. I mean, if you lose by 3 or 4 runs, you got to kind of kick yourself, letting those guys be the ones to get the job done.
And it's when you've been playing for 3 decades like Jonesy has, you got to, you know.
Ben Dunn still got the shades. I don't know if there's an eclipse coming, but he's ready. He's got the shades out. I mean, it's, what time is it, about 9 p.m.? Oh, well.
You know.
What we got here?
Ben Dunn looking to
struck
push
it
one.
pretty well, but not going to make it out.
All right, well, beautiful night here. Dan Smith in a dogfight with Turnkey.
He's got old Luis Reina up, known for the glove, but gets it done with the bat too. Pitbull, yeah.
Shout out to my boy Scott Nappy, AA world champ.
Actually, speaking of the AA, another big-time young power hitter, that Josh Fife. He put on a show with the AA.
Yeah, man.
Good friend of mine. He came there mid-season, and this weekend he pretty much put them on his back. He was hitting missiles all over the place.
Fife's got a lot of power, man. Great dude.
Yeah, I got a couple good friends on that team. My boy Danny Dunn, I take BP with him for a long time. He's a grinder out there. Freddie just couldn't wait. Ball was in the air a little too long.
Georgia boy Eddie B.
Eddie B ended it.
Yeah.
Mike.
Eddie B's my boy. He was supposed to play on the Challenge Cup until Greg Connell cut him.
Yeah, I heard he gave that Julius Caesar thumbs down.
Yeah, he said no go. And Eddie B, you know, just let the whole world know that he's here.
Whatever Brett Sprague's talk, you know, has some force to it.
He should be on that Challenge Cup. He might have made his case. So hopefully Connell was looking and observed, and Eddie might get that call in
You're
January.
on Greg's bad side, man. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna feel it. That's for sure. You know. But yeah, my boy Greg Downing too made a big play, throwing someone out at second base in the 7th inning, keep the game tied. So it was pretty fun to watch that. But let's see what we got here. +2, Marshburn up. He had a real big season. Just trying to flip the order for Andy. See if Andy can pow one out of here. All right.
I think that's a good move, and Jonesy's. I think I pitched Andy. You know,
it's a tough call. I mean,
yeah.
Marshburn is polished, but a tight game like this, I'm sure his heart's beating a little faster than Andy's. Age and experience. You know,
he's been there and done that, right?
Down, but he's been there more than pretty much anyone. Between him and Jones, you got I'd say about 96 years of pitching experience out there. See what happens.
This might be the oldest player, pitcher, batter combination.
Yeah. Andy goes to his little honey hole. I don't think he carried too much. Probably wanted to hit a little bit more on the line, I'm sure.
Going arm and right. Got it in quick. Nobody.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, I just need a little extra power on the bat. It happens, man.
This could be a very big out right here. You get it right here.
It's kind of a little pick your poison. You got Golden Boy or Thor. See what it does. You got those shiny shoes on. Second shiniest I've seen.
MVP, AC Collins.
Oh, we got try and ice him right here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, old 25 going out for the mound visit.
He's got a little strut to him. He got that Todd Ankley strut. You know, he's walking a little fast.
Todd averages, I'd say, about 3.5 mound visits a game.
Yep.
Yeah, he's definitely makes a difference.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Todd probably took 3 years off my career. He bought me these flea market Jordan high top cleats one time.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, I always played in Air Max.
They just say Air? They don't say Jordan, just Air?
Yeah, and he was like, you gonna wear cleats on this team? And I was like, man, it's hard times. My trailer might get repossessed. You know, any given weekend I can come home and that trailer's gone, you know, disconnected and drove off. So he took it upon himself, man. He did me right. He bought me some TJ Maxx Jordans, and my feet ain't never been the same since.
Really?
You know?
Yeah.
And then he made me run down the line.
You got those Greg Oden feet going now?
I do, man. You know, like first weekend I played with him, he probably cussed me 100 times, and finally I figured out he wants me to run down the first base line on every ball. So shout out to them raggedy Jordans.
I think that's why he let you go to Rismondo. I know now he's got old Mikey. He probably gave you the thumbs down. See what we got here.
You know.
Hit the dish. Yeah, I think you got to face him. I mean, Harvey seems locked in right now. And that is high,
was a good call.
Real high. Someone's got to make a play, though.
Come on.
He's slumbling, stump. That is sickening there.
And it's a play at the plate.
Wow. That might be a home run. Well,
wow. Then you missed the ball. Now you want to throw it to that third.
Yeah, so, you know, I mean, I thought this was the World Series, and that was the circus, too. You're getting 2 for 1.
And that's what you can't do. So you let him off the hook. And
tell you, though, the throw was pretty much on the money to home, but sometimes you want to pick your teammate up, not make him feel so bad, so you boot a ball yourself, too.
Yeah.
You know, the old double error. Like right here, I think he's got him, but he said, Joel, I don't want you to feel bad. I'll boot one, too.
He should have.
That would have been close.
Well, I guess that's why Bloom's a catcher.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You're going to have to lock it up. You're going to have to get in front of it. You're going to do whatever you got to do.
Sometimes you got to body it a little bit now. Make that plate yours.
Or they still, finally, they finally pointed to first base. That's about 2 swings too early.
Who you pitch to here, Moose or Arjun? What do you got?
I'll go Moose.
He's been a little off so far.
Yeah, you definitely can't walk bases loaded. Cause
I don't think he's got his legs under him yet. We'll see. They got Snowing to run. He's been sprinting to first base all day, so he's super loose. That's Bobby Knifong's boy.
You know, he's a race car driver when he ain't playing softball.
Really?
Yeah, he took the checkered flag. I seen it on Instagram, man.
Yeah.
I know. In rental cars, we are race car drivers, but he actually gets on the track.
I've been known to be pretty quick in a rental car, but I ain't got my pro status.
When my stimulus check came and I could afford insurance on it, I really get loose on the rental cars, you know. But I've been spent that 20.
Well, I'd say that pop up the short, probably the Geico play of the game that dropped.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think that's a lack of confidence going backside and not sitting on it and going for the home run, or do you think the hole was just that wide open?
Over there?
Yep.
I say this year, especially batting behind Harvey, where he's had to keep it down a lot. I've seen him do that a good amount this season, and if it was that free, it's a smart move. Just keep the runs coming. I mean, at this point, 6th inning, every run's huge, you know. Get Arjun up there. He's been cleansed, so we'll see what he could do.
A little inside.
Sometimes you just got to clean your mind and swing hard.
Period.
Like that.
And there it is.
That's it. That's crushed.
That's my BP partner right there. Period. Big hit.
That's a little deflating, especially dropping that ball short. I don't want to harp on it, but
I mean, we just knew that coming in once they dropped that pop up and not out of an inning.
Yeah,
it was gonna come back and bite them.
On a big field like this, to beat a team like Smith, you got to play almost perfect.
Yep, 100%.
And that was not perfect.
Pretty
again, far from perfect.
JMac29 on Instagram. If you got any questions for me and Neil, and Mr. Todd Anklin, hit us up.
See now, once Arjun gets that hit, it's kind of gives everyone a deep breath to free up a little bit.
Takes the pressure off everybody.
You got the Mullet Boys coming up.
That's it.
Yes. Yeah, no, Jones just swinging nice and easy there. I heard when they kind of go on BP a little bit, he puts on a show and sometimes gives Harvey a run for his money. So obviously he's showing his power right there. He's going to be hitting long ones for a long time. And JoJo started off this inning with the home run, and looks like he's got himself 2.
Yep. Jones, he's keeping that thing right on the hand, man. Like, really not understanding that. The foul poles ain't moving at all. There's no wind at all.
Yep.
And
a little job security.
He's throwing it up, you know. Yep.
Phil Matt's got 3. Let's see if he can get a 4th.
I think I throw him a little outside, make him change his swing. He's got 3 pulling.
He seems very pull happy right now, so getting his mind a little bit.
That left side of the field's been real good to him. So
I heard he was hitting pretty good in that commercial the other day.
Yep.
Like I heard similar to that. Wow, so.
Him and JoJo, they was definitely tugging them down that line.
Yeah, trying some elements.
Yep. Seeing the field, peeling it around.
So, sometimes, you know, you don't want your teammate to feel bad, so you boot a ball too. Kind of make them all feel good.
What they say, it just rolls downhill at this point, don't
Exactly.
it?
Some just go down with the ship.
Everybody's body language. You got hands on your hips. You got people looking down. Everybody's getting frustrated.
Here's our boy Daniel Caton. Pretty sure he would have got a glove on that. A throw, it's going to be hard.
I don't
he swings, but Ben Dunn, wrong guy again. Stay away from Freddie.
Yep. Oh.
I mean, infield's been doing him favors, but Freddie ain't here to have a good time.
Yeah, that's the one dude you probably really don't want to hit to is Freddie. Former MLB player, Freddie Bynum.
He actually used to play for Smith a couple of years ago. Played short.